Hi guys, my name is Christine and today I'm talking about how to enter a parallel reality in order to manifest the life and the lifestyle that you ultimately want to be able to basically live the life you've always wanted to live, and how you can use parallel realities in able to do so. So the interesting thing about this is that you don't need to know if it's actually true. If you are actually shifting from a parallel reality, you don't need to know that basically. It's all down to your belief. And if you believe that you have shifted, if you believe that you have shifted into that parallel reality, right? It's all about belief, and that's basically the whole thing about manifestation and being able to manifest your dreams. You need to be able to believe that you can do it. You need to believe that you are able to manifest the life and the dreams that you want, right? Because if you don't believe that you can do it, then you won't. You need to have this really strong belief that you can attain whatever it is that you want to attain. So let's get back into parallel realities. So I've got my own experience with this, and I've discussed this a few times in some previous videos that I've recently made on my channel. And basically, there were two things that I really wanted. Right, there was a case that I wanted to win. Right, this was a small case. It's about money. Small case that I needed to win, because I wanted to get my money. And another case was, well, not quite a case, but I really wanted to get pregnant, which obviously happened. If you watched my last video, then you'll know that. So there were two things that I wanted. I wanted to win this case, and I wanted to get pregnant. Okay, so I want you I wanted to let you know that I managed to achieve both of those things, even though both of those things actually there was very little hope in it actually happening, and I'll explain that in a minute. But I managed to get those things by using these kind of like shifting into parallel reality techniques. So basically, it helped me to use a meditation. There's a few meditations out there. One specifically was the one that Aaron Doughty did, which is about parallel realities. So you can type into YouTube Aaron Doughty parallel reality meditation or something like that, and it should come up for you. So I used that meditation and a few other different kinds of meditations to help me visualize, right? Because visualization is really, really key to manifesting the things that you want in this life. Okay, so basically what you do in these meditations is you visualize the reality that you want, right? So you might visualize a specific situation. So for me, it would be seeing pregnant on a pregnancy test, or getting a phone call to say that I had got my money and I'd won that claim, that case, right? And both of those things came true, right? Both of those things did happen, and it almost exactly like how I visualized, because I visualized getting the phone call, and I visualized that it would happen in my bedroom, which it did. And I visualized taking the pregnancy test, which obviously happened in my bathroom, but it's really easy to visualize because obviously we knew that we would take a pregnancy test in the bathroom, but I also imagined that the specific pregnancy test, it was a clear blue one, like an early predictor one, with the one with like the flashing light. If you know about clear blue pregnancy test, then you'll know which one I'm talking about. But it's like an early predictor one. And yeah, it was that test, that exact test. And I got the phone call, and it was a phone call that happened in my bedroom that, I won the case basically. So, and it was all down to visualization, visualizing those things happening, okay? Another thing that helped as well was being able to, there's a technique by Abraham Hicks, and basically there's like it's like a writing down sort of like exercise that you can do. And basically what you write down first is, like as a heading on a piece of paper, what is it that I want, right? Something like that. So what is it that you want? So for me, it would have been, I want to get pregnant on this IUI cycle, which worked, obviously. Or for my other thing that I wanted to win that case, right? And then what you do after you've wrote that down in like a quick sentence, you then write down a list, so like on a different question, and the question goes, how do I know I can have this? How do I know I can have this? Or why do I believe I can have this? And then you write down a list of reasons as to why you can have those things. So in my circumstance, let's use the pregnancy one. I said, oh, okay, well, all the people on the planet have been born through pregnancy. And there's like 7 to 8 billion people now on the earth. So they've all been born through pregnancy. So obviously, if all these people can be born through pregnancy, then I can get pregnant too. Other women are currently pregnant, then I can get pregnant too. So things like that, things that actually make logical sense within your own brain, right? And that really helps as well. It helps cement in the belief, right? So going back to why these things were kind of a little bit impossible for me. So with the pregnancy thing, obviously we do, I'm in a homosexual relationship, so we have to sort of like, the timing is really important for when we try to conceive, right? It's not like heterosexual relationships where you can basically try all month, basically, or something like that. Or you can try on the day you're ovulating, the day before you're ovulating, or the day after to, get as much, basically, sperm in there as possible. But for me, with my IUI, we only got one shot, right? So I had to take an ovulation test to know when I was ovulating. And then I had the IUI procedure, right? But the likelihood of it is very, very low, even for someone like me who has no underlying fertility issues, right? It's still like only like maybe like a 5% accuracy rate or the success rate, right? And there are things, and the kind of IUI that I did was actually less likely to work because I wanted one that was not medicated whatsoever. Because what they usually do with IUIs, for most people, is that they try and make it so your body releases more than one egg. Because naturally for a woman, she releases one egg a month, right? And that's what I did. I released one egg, right, a month. But sometimes, and a lot of times when people do IUIs, they take drugs, so they release more than one egg. So they might release one, or they might release just one, or they might release 2 or 3, right? Hopefully they'll release more. So then they've got more chance of getting pregnant, basically. But I didn't use any medication whatsoever, and I still managed to get pregnant. With the other thing, with like the case that I was trying to win, basically it wasn't looking in my favor for a very long time, and that's why I was worried that I wasn't basically going to get it, I wasn't going to win, because there was some blame put on me unfairly that I felt wasn't right. So I did actually have to really fight to win that case. But I did eventually, right? But it wasn't looking good. Like they were trying to put the blame, or part of the blame, on me as to why this happened, when it wasn't my fault at all, completely out of my control. But as you can see, these things were not in my favor, right? But I still managed to manifest them by visualization, by putting myself in a really good mood, by doing these techniques, basically, by doing the meditation, by writing down those things that are outlined by Abraham Hicks, right? So that's how you can use parallel realities to your advantage, right? Now, it doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't mean that you actually have gone to a parallel reality. All that matters is that you believe that when you are doing a meditation about parallel realities, that it's working. If you believe that it's worked, if you believe that you have shifted into a parallel reality, then that's going to be the best thing for you, right? And, with me, it got to a point where I was like, I have to believe that I've shifted. I have to believe that I'm in a new reality where I get these things. Because if I don't, I'm going to feel horrible, right? So I had to believe, and I did. I actually believed. I'd let myself believe. And that's what you got to do to manifest whatever you want to do by using parallel realities. Go and check out that meditation by Aaron Doughty, because it was really good, and that's the one that I personally used the most. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.